So we're going to make sure the feet are pointed straight ahead. Relax your butt muscles. Pull your tummy in and up. And we're just going to move our middles. Just move at the waist. And we're going to let the arms hang. And we're going to let our hands slap on our legs. Keep your hands relaxed and loose. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable, keep your eyes open. Breathe through your nose if you can. And keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your knees soft. Just a few more times. I think most of you have done the movement with me where we're sitting on the floor and we're just moving the midsection, the Uddiyana Bandha rolls. Not where we're making the big circles, but what we're doing, just like we're doing there, is stimulating the spinal fluid. We're loosening the shoulders up. We're unwinding from the day. We are rebalancing ourselves. Now you're going to notice when we stop, and if you can keep your eyes closed, you're going to notice your body moving. So let your arms hang, eyes are closed. You're going to feel yourself go in a movement, and it's going to start to move in circles. Let it do that until it rights itself. And once it does that, we're going to inhale, bring our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Then we're going to inhale more and bring our arms out wide. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up, and we're going to exhale. We're going to go, inhale up, inhale out, inhale up. Now let it go with a sound. Inhale up, out, up, up. Inhale out, inhale up. Now exhale, let it go. Up, out, up. 2 more times. Up, out, up. Now hang. Knees are bent. Knees are bent so much that your hands are touching the floor. Look at the heels of your feet and make sure they're opened out wide. Let your head hang down. Take a deep breath in and just go, Please take this moment to balance your breath with your mind and your body. Keep your knees soft, pull your tummy in, use your arms like wings, and let's come all the way up. Touch your hands right over your head. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Namaste. With a deep breath in, bring your hands all the way up. Touch your hands. On the exhale, press the air all the way down. Turn your palms out. Inhale, lift the hands up. Touch your hands. Exhale, press the air down. Inhale, shoulders back. Bring your arms up. Exhale, press the air down. One more time. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Now exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Turn your fingers all the way to the floor, but try to have the heels of your hands together. Breathe here. And then we're going to inhale. Take the shoulders up. Exhale, let them fall. Let's do it again. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, fall. Now turn your fingers inward as much as you can. Not everybody can rotate the fingers in. Heels of the hands out. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. Turn your fingers out in front of you. Reach the arms out. Turn your palms up. Bring the backs of your hands together and shoot your fingertips out. Drop the hands down. Open your hands out like a book. And then bring the backs of your hands together and shoot your fingertips out. Now, we're going to bring our hands back behind us. We're going to interlace the hands. We're going to bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Now go back into your hips. Relax your butt muscles. Pull your tummy in and up. Press your knuckles to the floor. Now take your hands back as far as they go. This should lift your chest enough so you could look at that spot between the wall and the ceiling. You're not tilting your head. It's a lift of the chest. Please take another deep breath here. Pressing back with your inner thighs. Pull your tummy in and up. We're going to bend our knees, place our tummy on our thighs, let our head and shoulders rest over the knees. Head hangs. Now, if you'd like, lift those knuckles up towards the ceiling, or let your hands rest on your hips, or somewhere in between. Please take a couple of breaths, but relax your head. I bet you were holding it tight. Take a breath and just go, ah. Drop your hands down to the floor. Shake your head one more time with a deep breath in. Let it go. Turn your palms out in front of you, and with an inhale, let's lift all the way up. Interlace your hands. Pointer finger up. Let's go backward to the bottom. Press back with the hips. Pull the tummy in and up. Now, on your inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale out to the right side. Don't go too far. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Hold it and keep breathing. Look where it feels comfortable to you, down or under the arm to the ceiling. Press down with that left leg. Reach out with the left arm and breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left side. Look where it's appropriate for your neck. Press down with the right foot. Reach out with that right arm and keep breathing. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Turn the palms of your hands upward. Keep your shoulders relaxed down. Baskets of kittens, pots of boiling oil, baskets of money if you'd like to think about it that way. So we're going to keep our elbows bent. We're going to rotate those hands out and let the hands, the fingertips touch right over your head. Now your hands are just a few inches off your head, not up high and not laying on the head for sure. Keep breathing. Let's go back to the bottom. Press back with your inner thighs. Pull your tummy in and up. Now, take a deep breath and exhale. Bring your hands all the way out. Don't spill what's in your hands. Touch your fingertips and then take your arms out. And now we straighten out the elbows, palms up. Feel that deep rotation? Now just for a moment, tuck your chin and breathe here. One more breath here. And then we're going to inhale, look forward, bring your hands out in front of you, rotate your hands out, touch your fingertips over your head, exhale, bring it all the way down. Stretch the arms out behind, out to the side, and inhale up, make it a nice fluid movement. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. One more time, we're going to inhale all the way up, touch your fingertips, and now when you exhale, bring it down. We're going to rotate those hands upward, tuck your chin, and really get that rotation in that rotator cuff, that humerus bone rotated through there. Tuck your chin, pull your tummy in. Take one more breath there, kids. And then we're going to take the hands back out in front of us, touch our hands right over our heads, close your hands, and float your hands gently to your heart. Now we're going to take our hands on our hips and we're going to get those legs out comfortably wide. Turn the toes inward. Yes, Pam, we are going to go to the floor eventually. I know you're wondering. Now, we're going to put our hands not at the waist, but at the hip crease. And you're going to give yourself a little press there just so that you can feel, oh, that hinges. I want you to feel that hinge. Now, we're going to turn our left toes out to the left side. We're going to straighten our hips and our shoulders to the center. We're going to tilt over that left leg. Keep your hands on your hip and look up to the ceiling if it feels good. Look down at your left foot if it feels better. Take another breath there. It's a little baby triangle. Now we're going to inhale, come back up, turn your left foot inward and turn your right foot outward. Hips and shoulders are centered to the middle here. Give yourself a little bend in the hip crease. Just know where it is. We're not bending at your waist way up here, down low. Now go ahead and just allow yourself to lean towards that right leg. You may not go very far, maybe you do. Now don't round forward. It's like we're being squeezed between two walls. Now you can look up or you can look down at that right foot. Are you breathing? Inhale, let's come all the way back up. Turn your foot inward and let's turn the left foot outward. Hips and shoulders are in alignment to the center. We're going to bend into that hip crease. Keep both legs straight. You're going to either look to the ceiling or you're going to look down at your left foot. Now, only if it feels good. You take that right arm out. Take the left arm out so that you're stacked into triangle pose. Maybe you keep your hands on your hips. Maybe you're stretching your arms out. Balancing too. Now inhale, we're going to come up, place your hands on your hips again, turn your left toes inward, take your right toes outward, hips and shoulders to the center. Let's tilt into that right hip crease and we're going to fold there. Maybe you keep your hands on your hips. Maybe you're looking up, maybe you're looking at your right foot. Maybe take that top arm up. Maybe take that right arm down and stretch it out. Open your chest. Maybe you're up high. Maybe you're down low. Doesn't matter. Take another breath. Pull the tummy in. And we're going to inhale, come back up. Hands on your hips. Turn your feet inward. And now we're going to take our hands and we're going to throw the thumbs back, pinkies forward. We're going to touch our hands over the head and we're going to exhale, part the air and place your hands on the floor. Give your knees a little bend. And if your hands don't make it to the floor, grab your blanket or a yoga block. Put your hands on some yoga prop. Let your head hang. Let your shoulders relax. Yes, I do hear a few hamstrings, so you can certainly give your knees a slight bend over your feet, not tracking in a different direction. And take a breath or two here. Breathe here. If you're doing it right, you hear dogs barking. And then we're going to gently, with an inhale, use your arms like wings, come all the way up, touch your hands over your head, and bring your hands to the heart. We can come down on the floor any way you choose. But if you'd like to come down in the Hindu squat, all you have to do is heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe your way until your feet are just wide enough. Toes are outward, heels are inward, and we're gonna hang out here, maybe low or high. We eventually would like to drop our hips down to our heels and lift the collarbones up. If you don't practice this often, you lose it. If you don't practice it at all, it doesn't get lower, it just gets stiffer and stiffer. So give it a chance, even if it's difficult, even up high, this is perfectly fine to keep these areas strong and flexible. So now we're going to come down on the hands and knees, any way you choose. So if you need an extra padding underneath your knees, get it there. I think everybody can be on the knees, but if the wrists are an issue, remember, elbows work just fine. We're going to start with cat pose here. Puff your back up to the ceiling. Press the tummy in and upward and let your head hang. Please take another deep breath there, kids. And then on your next exhale, press your hips as low as they can go. Tuck your chin, stretch that back even more. You're stretching from your hip to your fingertips. Maybe your hips are up high. Maybe you have something between your thighs and your calf muscles. With an inhale, come back into table pose. Arms are straight or elbows can be on the floor. Exhale, press it back, tuck your chin. Inhale to table, point your nose to that spot between your thumbs. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, press your hips down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, press it back, tuck your chin. Inhale, back up. Exhale, press it back, tuck your chin. Now inhale, come all the way up. We're going to hold this and move into cat and flow it to cow. Go back and forth and flow from your head to your tail. Breathe deep and full. Remember, you can always come up on teacup fingers, pulling upward, not pressing down. It gives you a whole different view on cat-cow. Remember, you're not pressing down, you're pulling up. So that's a whole different concept. This is what actually strengthens your ribs. Just a couple more breaths. Now, the next time you find your back into the cat, hold your cat, pull your tummy in, shake your head just a bit, and then press your hips as low as they can go. Hips to the heels, let your head hang. Take another deep breath there, kids. Now, look up at your hands. Walk your hands all the way over to the left side. As far as it feels good, get that nice deep stretch in your right side body. Drop your head between your arms and take that right hand. Put it on top of your left hand. Twist your right side body to the middle and take a couple of deep breaths there. Then we're going to inhale, lift your head, lift your heart, walk your way over to the right side. Get your hands as far as it can go. Feel that stretch in your whole left side body. Elbows are off the floor. Drop your head. Now, if it feels good, put that left hand on top of your right hand and twist to the center. Get that nice deep stretch in the side. Please don't forget to breathe. Now you're going to inhale, lift all the way back up, walk your way to the center. Please come back and come into any child's pose. Your arms can be under your head, your arms can be stretched out or by your side, palms up. Make it your child. Breathe. Stay in your child's pose. Take 3 deep, full breaths. Now, when you're ready, we are going to lift all the way back up. We're going to come one more time, hands and knees. Now, you can certainly come on your elbows, but if you can, come into table pose, roll your toes under. Please take your right leg straight out behind you, and please stretch strongly through the heel of that right foot. Breathe there. Now pick that leg up. Take it to the left side. You know what to do. Press through the heel of the foot. Point the heel straight upward. Don't let it flop. And look over the top of your left shoulder. Can you see your right heel? Maybe not. Maybe you can. Now we're going to take the leg back behind you. Please bend your right knee and point it out to the right side and get circles in the hip. Go one way. Go the other way. Now bring that knee down home, relax your toes, move your hips in circles. Maybe you like circles, maybe you like to sit back in hero's pose and rock your hips from side to side. Now we're going to do the other side, hands and knees or elbows and knees. Please roll your toes under. Left leg comes out. Press through the heel of that foot and breathe deep into the calf muscles, the hamstrings. Now pick that leg up. Take it to the right side. Press through the heel of the foot, pointing the heel upward. Please look over the top of your right shoulder at your left heel. Now we're going to take the leg back, bring it up as high as you can, wiggle your ankle, bend your knee, point the left knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Go one way, go the other. And then bring the knee home, relax your toes, move your hips around in circles. Go one way, go the other way. Maybe you want to drop your hips from side to side in hero's pose, whatever helps you release the pose. So now we're going to come forward. We're going to bring our right foot up between our hands. We're going to make sure our left knee is happy. So if that left knee hurts, I think everybody should do this anyway. Roll the left toes under, lift the knee off the floor, and then relax it down. Now, if the knee hurts, slide that blanket underneath the knee or a towel, and make sure your left toes are relaxed. Now, if you cannot touch the floor, this is where you need your Harry Potter books or yoga blocks. Make sure your right knee is bent directly over your right ankle. Your hands are either in teacup fashion because you don't want to be pressing down. You want to be lifting your heart. So if your hands touch the floor, come up in teacup fingers. So you pull upward through the palm of the hand. You press your hips forward and you lift your collarbones and you look forward. Now, some of you, you're really tight and stiff. Get the yoga blocks. You'll get deeper into the pose. Honestly, it's not for wimps. It helps you get deeper. So you press the left hip forward. You lift your collarbones up. Now you feel it deep in the front of the leg, psoas, quadriceps. Make sure your knee is comfortable. Again, if not, roll the toes under. Get that pillow there. Now take one more breath, and we're going to slowly straighten the right leg out, and we're going to bow to it. So maybe if your hands are on the floor, you're very low and you're kissing your leg. Maybe if you have yoga props, you're a million miles away from that leg. It's okay, but we are pressing our right toes down. You are breathing, aren't you? Now we're going to lift the sole of your foot up. Spread the toes wide. Holy cow, it hurts even more, doesn't it? So some of you are have your hands on the floor and you're lengthening your collarbones towards your toes. Some of you, again, are a million miles away going, holy crap, when are we done? You can bend the knee if you need to. Now we're done with it. So we're going to roll it forward. You're going to lift your collarbones up. You're going to bring both hands or both yoga props to the inside, and you're going to slip that right knee back to meet your left knee. Once you do, your elbows are either on the floor or hands on the floor. You're going to move your hips around, wiggle that out in any way you choose. Maybe you would like to take each leg out and go, wow, which leg hurt worse in that pose? Now, thank God we only have 2 legs. So let's come to the last leg here. Let's bring the left foot up between your hands. Knee is bent over your ankle through the whole pose when you're getting ready. So you're going to roll your right toes under. You're going to lift that knee off the floor. If you need a blanket, throw it underneath there. Either way, blanket or not, relax your right foot on the floor. Now make sure the knee is directly lined up there over the ankle. And now we're going to get either our yoga blocks or our books or hands on the floor. We're going to now press the right hip forward, and now your knee is going to come past your ankle but forward. You're going to lift your collarbones up. Maybe you lift your collarbones up really high and it takes you into a little deeper back bend, pressing the hips forward. Maybe you go, no, I want it low. Make this yours, make the shape. Are you breathing? I know it's not comfortable. Deep stretch in that right hip. Now, here it comes. We're going to aggravate that left leg. Let's slowly straighten it out. You're going to bow to that leg. Your hands are resting on your prop or not. That's your choice. Maybe you're a million miles away looking at your foot. Maybe you're kissing your legs. Somewhere in between is probably where you're at. Take another couple of breaths in the hamstrings, calf muscles there. And now we're going to lift the sole of your left foot up. If you can, spread the toes wide. Now you're not going to bow to the leg. So you're going to, just like we did when we were forward, you're going to lift your collarbones up and you're going to try to look up and over the top of that left foot. If your hands are down to the floor, it's like this. You're trying to pull the hands gently back towards your hips, like we do in forward fold. Take another breath. And now you're going to bend that left knee, press that right hip forward, dragon pose. And then both hands come to the inside with your props or not. Bring that left knee back. Move your hips around. Make it your pose any way you want. Maybe leg extensions. Maybe you go, I want to do down dog or dolphin. Make it yours. You're all professional. So once you've gotten that movement out of the way, how about you give yourself a child's pose? If child's pose on your knees is not happy for you, on your back, hug your knees to your chest. So any child's pose you'd like, please give it a moment and let your hips balance. Give it a moment for your hamstrings to forgive you. And in a few moments, your hamstrings are going to thank you. So now we're going to go into the quadriceps, shoulders too. Won't forget you, Miss Lynn. Let's stretch the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to come down onto the floor. Chest is down. Your feet are relaxed out. So before we come into half bow pose, we're going to let our forehead rest on our hands. We're going to let the heels of your feet flop out. Now, take a deep breath and just go, Now you're going to extend your left arm out in a T pose, palm down. Left cheek rests on the floor. Right hand is directly under the shoulder. And you're going to push yourself all the way over to the left side. Once you're there, keep the left hand spread wide. Bend your bottom leg, the left leg. Now bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand and grab your ankle. Flex your right foot if you can. Lift your head up if you'd like and look over your right shoulder and pull that right leg back. Left hand, spread the fingers. Push that arm into the floor. Open your chest. You can certainly look down to the floor if you need to. Sometimes turning your head and stretching that way just feels good too. And now we're going to let it all come back down to the floor. You're going to let your left cheek rest on the mat. Put your arms by your head, palms down, your elbows are bent. 2 deep breaths here. Feel the rise of your body on your inhalation. On the exhalation, feel everything melt to the floor. See if you can hold that second breath at the top a little bit longer. Fill a little more. And on the exhale, can you float down a little bit easier and melt just a bit more. Now turn your head to your right cheek. Put your right arm out in a T pose. Palm down. You're going to get your left hand underneath your shoulder and you're going to push yourself over to the right side. You're going to spread your right hand wide. Your bottom knee, right knee is bent slightly for balance. Bend your left knee and reach back, grab your left ankle. Flex your left foot. Pull that left leg back as far as you'd like. Lift your head up, look over your left shoulder if you'd like. Spread that right hand wide, activate that arm, pull the leg back as much or as little as you'd like. Feels good maybe to look down and stretch your neck a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe you leave your head on the floor. Take another big breath. Expand out. And then exhale. Let it come down. Let your right cheek rest on the mat. Arms are by your head. Your elbows are bent. Palms down. Heels of the feet are relaxed out. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, rise with the breath. Exhale, fall. Let yourself melt on the exhalation. Try it again. Inhale, rise with the body. Exhale, fall. Let the body melt down to the floor. Yogi's choice. What kind of child's pose do you want? You're all pros. Do you want to be on your knees or do you want to lay on your back and hug knees into your chest? Yogi's choice of child's pose. Please take 5 deep breaths in child's pose. Expand out through your lower back. Stretching the neck, the back, letting the shoulders relax. Now everybody's breathing is different. Some of you have already been done with your 5th breath. Some of you are only on your 3rd. But we're all going to meet each other on our bottoms. And we're going to sit down and take our legs out in front of us. Now, again, you know who you are. You need the blanket. Get the blanket underneath your hips. That's terrific. We're going to work our ankles around a little bit. Now, you do not have to move. I'm going to move a little bit so that you can see better. You've all done this before with me. It's a little twist, but it's a restorative twist. But first, we're going to turn the toes up, move the abundance out from underneath you. We're going to spread the toes wide apart. I neglected to get your feet when we were standing up. Now we're going to keep the ankles upward and we're going to curl the toes down. Spread the toes out wide and work your ankles around. circles. Separate those ankles. Go circles one way, then the other way. Keep that sharp and alive. Now point your ankles out. Turn the toes up to the ceiling. Feel that in the arches, the toes. I don't want our toes to feel neglected tonight. And then relax your feet. Now, all we're gonna do, we're gonna take our right leg and pull that right heel towards our hip. We're gonna put our left foot to the inner part of our right thigh. So again, you may be setting up on a blanket or a pillow, but you're kind of setting side saddle. This should be okay on your knees. I believe everybody is fine here. We're gonna take both hands over to the left side and we're gonna set up tall and you're gonna look over the left shoulder. Now I keep talking about teacup fingers. Maybe you'd like to try those teacup fingers pulling upward. We're not pushing down, we're pulling upward. And you use the pressure of the fingertips on the floor to ratchet yourself around a little deeper. Now try to look over your left shoulder. Can you see your right foot back there? Maybe, maybe not. Now we're going to come down onto your left elbow and look over your left shoulder. Most likely you have a glimpse of the toes. Again, maybe not. It's all good. Now we're going to get a nice lateral stretch. So we're going to bring our right arm by the ear, palm down. Stretch from your right knee out to your right fingertips. Slowly turn your head. Look under the right arm to the palm of your right hand. Now we're going to follow our arm. We're going to look at our arm and we're going to follow that arm as we reach it out in front of us. And when the arm gets to the hip, we flip the palm of your right hand to the ceiling, drop the arm back a little bit. It opens your chest and you can look upward if it feels good. If your neck is hurting, look down at your left hand if it's better. Take another breath there, kids. And then we're going to rewind it. So we're going to bring the arm by the hip, flip the palm down, look at the arm as you're bringing it over by your ear, palm down, head turns to the left hand if it's not looking there now. Now take that right hand and drop it down on top of your left hand. Bring your elbow, the right elbow, onto the floor. If you're not deep enough, you can always walk your elbows further back behind you, but most likely you're deep enough. Let your forehead rest on your hands or put a big pillow underneath you. That's wonderful too. You can turn your head and let your right cheek rest on your hands, looking underneath your left armpit. You might see your foot, maybe not. To make it a little easier, maybe you let your left cheek rest on your hands. Maybe forehead is there. Now relax. Try to relax here. This is a restorative twist. So try to put no muscle energy in this. Let all the muscles go. And be honest with yourself. If to feel it better, if you want to get more pillows, more props underneath you, please do it. You will actually get in the pose deeper if you make it comfortable for yourself. That doesn't mean you're not feeling that deep stretch from right hip up through the body, not feeling that little gentle twist in the hip and the back. We're ultimately trying to let the chest rest completely flat on the floor, but maybe that's not tonight or in the next decade or so. Take another breath there. Now, place your hands back underneath you. Lift yourself up. You're not coming out of the twist. Straight arms if you can. Teacup fingers if you'd like. Look over your left shoulder Can you see your right foot now? Or maybe see a little more? And then you're going to gently walk it back to center. Now don't take your legs out yet. Grab your right ankle, pull that foot forward, pick the left knee up. You got it. We're sitting back in the hammock again. Rock your knees from side to side. If those wrists hurt, lay back in the hammock. No worries. Your umbrella drink will be delivered soon. Now bring your knees up, take the feet out wide apart and get that little rocking, pressing one knee in and picking it up. Just get that little movement there. It's just a nice transfer movement. Now we're going to come back up. Let's get the other side. Left ankle, pull that heel towards your left hip. Right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh. Now remember, you can be setting up on a blanket. Maybe you feel really, cattywampus this way. I swear, if you get your blanket under your hips, you'll feel much better. Now you're going to take your hands over to the right side. You're going to walk your hands over to the right as far as you can go. Look over your right shoulder and breathe there. Stretching deep there. Now, if you're not feeling enough twist, you can walk the elbows further, but most likely you're where you need to be. And you're going to bring your right elbow down. Try to look over that shoulder. Can you see the foot back there? Now, bring that left arm by your ear, palm down. Spread your fingers. If it feels good, turn your head. Look under your left arm. Pull your ears back. Look into the palm of your left hand. Now, we're going to take the hand. We're going to follow it with our eyes. We're going to bring the arm all the way out in front of us. We're going to bring the arm by the hip, flip the palm of the hand up, bring the arm a little bit back behind you. Open your chest to the ceiling. Look up if it's good. Look down if it's better. In fact, it feels good to look both ways, kids, if your neck is good, but you want to be slow about turning your head no matter what. Now we're going to rewind it. We're going to bring that arm, follow it with your gaze, bring it out in front of you, arm by your ear, palm down, look under the arm to the palm of the hand if it's good, or down at your right hand. And then we're going to look down at the right hand. Drop that left hand down on top of the right. Your left elbow comes to the floor. You're going to allow your head to rest on the floor. Or you're going to let your left cheek rest on your hands. Or you can let your right cheek rest on your hands. You could even grab your big pillow, stick it underneath you, and go, oh, this is way more better. Make this comfortable. This is stretching through your whole body, twisting in your back. This should be a safe enough twist for everybody here in this class. Remember, if anything is confusing or if you need help, just pop your mic on. Ask the question. Relax into it just a bit more and notice it feels different on each side. Now we're going to be gentle about it, kids. Hope you didn't fall asleep. Put your hands back under your shoulders, straighten your arms out, sit up tall. Look over your right shoulder if it feels good. Can you see your left foot now? Breathe. And then you're going to unwind. It's amazing how deep you get in this pose without really knowing it. Now you're going to grab your left ankle, pull it forward, bring the right knee up, and you're going to drop your knees from side to side. Be in the hammock any way you choose, hands or elbows. Now, we're going to make sure we know where our yoga strap is. We're going to put it by our side, and we're going to slowly roll ourselves down. And you're going to extend your left leg out long. You're going to hug your right knee into your chest, and you're going to turn all those toes to the ceiling. Let's go into the core. Lift that left leg up 2 inches, pull that tummy in, nose to right knee, and lift that left arm over the thigh or next to it. As we're getting deeper into this, notice you can hold it longer. Point the heel downward, point the toes up, pull that tummy in, no muffin top. One more breath. Now drop it down. Let's do the strap, get the strap, and let's get into the spider pose. Pull that leg gently towards you. Get those legs stretched a little bit more. I know we were deep in the hamstrings already. So our right hand's gonna reach up as high as it can go. Turn your left toes up, press through the heel of your foot. Pull your tummy in, lift the leg up 2 inches, nose to right knee, and the left arm is reaching to the side or next to it. Now try to angle the toes straight up. Pull the tummy in. We're focused on the left toe, and we're trying to pull that right leg over your shoulder. One more breath. Now drop it down to the floor. Let your arms rest out comfortable, palm up. Let that right leg rest out to the right side. I don't think we were in your groin muscle deep enough. Well, maybe not, maybe a little bit earlier. Breathe into that right leg. Let the groin muscle stretch. Now, just for grins and giggles, we're going to point our nose to the ceiling, tuck your chin into the chest, stretch the back of your neck. Relax the neck. You're going to open your mouth widely, stick your tongue out longly, and let's go. Close the mouth. You look over your left shoulder if it feels good, straight up to the ceiling if it's more better. Now we're going to bring that right leg up and back out to the right side. Get those nice big circles. Let's cool that leg down. Let's go one way, then the other way. We've worked those legs real hard tonight. Now let's bring the leg back to center. Give it a little stretch. Now left hand has your strap. Right arm rests out comfortable anywhere. Pull the leg across the body. This is your stretch. This is your twist. Twist as deeply or not if you want. You can always have the knee bent. You want to point the nose straight to the ceiling or look over your right shoulder. The back of your right shoulder is the anchor to the pose. So if it comes up, you've gone too far. Listen to your body. Don't allow this to be the cause of anything. Let it be the cure. Take a deep breath in and go. Inhale, bring that leg up. One more time. Pull that leg gently towards you. Take the strap off your foot. Support your right leg with both hands or not. Work just your right ankle going one way, then the other way. Slowly or quickly bring a straight right leg down or bend your right knee and slide it out. Reach your arms out over your head and point your toes. It's hollow body. Then you're going to gently bring your left knee into your chest. Turn all your toes to the ceiling. Lift your right heel off the floor. Pull your tummy in and bring your nose to your left knee. Reaching your right arm either over the thigh or next to it. Now hover the leg over the floor. Don't have it way up here. Breathe deep. Pull the tummy in. Notice where your heel's angled out. And then we're going to drop it to the floor. Grab your strap. Put it around your left leg. And breathe into the back of that leg. Let your shoulders relax. Let's get spider pose on this side. Left hand reaches up as high as it goes on the strap. Turn your right toes to the ceiling and press through the heel of your foot. Lift the leg off the floor 2 inches. Pull the tummy in, nose to left leg. Reaching your right arm the way you want to. Hover that right heel up. Pull that left leg over your shoulder. Someday. And then drop it down. Drop that right arm out, palm up. Send that left leg out to where it feels good to you. Now, point the nose to the ceiling. Tuck your chin. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck for a moment. Relax your neck. Open your mouth widely. Stick your tongue out longly, and let's go. Close the mouth. Look over your right shoulder if it feels good. Straight up to the ceiling if it feels better. Let's get into that left hip a little more. Let's take that left leg up to the ceiling and then out to the left side in those circles. Remember, go several times one way before you go the other way around. You may hear clunks and bumps. That's so normal. Now bring your leg back to center. Both hands are going to hold the strap. Give it a little pull. Now left arm wrists out comfortable, palm up. You're going to pull your left leg to the right side. Maybe the knee is bent. Maybe the leg is straight. You can look straight to the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. Breathe into this twist. It feels different on each side. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe into it. Left shoulder is the anchor, so if it comes up, you've gone too far. Now, with an inhale, let's bring the leg back to the middle. Both hands are going to grab that strap. Give it a nice little pull. Take the strap off your foot. If you choose, support the leg with your hands or not. Point your toes up. Wiggle the ankle in circles. Go one way. Go the other way. Now you're going to slowly or quickly bring the leg down or bend your knee and slide it out. Once it lands, let's get that hollow body. Stretch your toes out. Point your fingers out away from you. Turn the palms of your hands towards each other, and now turn the toes up. Stretch from the heels of your feet to your fingertips. Please bend your knees and put your hands right on top of your knees. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bend your elbows, draw the knees to the chest. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up and exhale in. Hug behind your knees. Bring your nose towards your bent knees, round your back, and then let it all drop to the floor. Put your feet on the mat. The knees are bent. Your arms are comfortably out wide. This is your choice. Would you like to do shoelace twist, or would you rather do pigeon pose? We actually have time to do both. Let's get that left ankle on our right thigh. Let's do both of them. Let's drop your knees down to the right side, and you're all know what you need. If you need a prop there, that left foot is resting on the prop or the floor, but the knee is pointing up, and we're going to go back into that hip and open the hip up. Doggone it, as much as we've been playing in the hip, this is a very special area. Let the shoulders relax. Take a deep breath there. Let it go. Take another deep breath and see if you can melt a little more. Wiggle the left toes a little bit. Wiggle them. And then relax them. Take another breath. Now we're going to lift the knees back up. You're going to take that left leg and cross it tightly over your right leg. Now we're going to drop both knees to the same side, to the right side. Look over your left shoulder or straight to the ceiling. Notice this is different. It goes deeper and longer into the hip and all the way into the back. Breathing here. If you need to, maybe you need to lift the knees up and walk your right foot more to the left side to change the twist. Everybody feels differently. Some people want to put a prop under their knees because the left shoulder came way up. Please take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, squeeze your tummy in and upward. Now, take a deep breath in and let it out with a sigh. Notice how those two different breaths felt in the body. With an inhale, lift the knees back up. Uncross your legs. Lift your hips up. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Settle the hips down. Right ankle rests on your left thigh. Drop the knees down to the left side. Right foot either rests on a pillow or the floor. Right knee points up to the ceiling. Let's get into the hip flexors, the piriformis. Allow both shoulders to relax. Let that stretch happen in your hip. And I think I've neglected to say, if you want to grab your right ankle with your left hand and pull it deeper into the hip crease and feel that nice deep stretch in the hip. Keep breathing here. Now just for fun, lift your right toes up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Settle the toes down. With an inhale, let it out with a big sigh. Inhale, lift the knees up. Now, cross that right leg tighter over the left leg. Move the left foot either to the center or a little more to the right side. Drop both knees down to the left side. Put a prop under it or not. Look straight to the ceiling or look over your right shoulder. What feels good? But let the right shoulder anchor into the floor. Take a deep breath and relax it. Notice how different this side feels. On your next inhale, make your tummy as big as you can. Hold your breath. And on the exhale, squeeze your tummy in. Pull it up towards the heart. Inhale, take a deep breath in and let it out with a big sigh. With an inhale, lift the knees back up. Uncross your legs. Lift your hips up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Settle the hips down. Pick your feet up off the floor, hands right on top of your knees. Take a breath. Exhale, bend your elbows, knees to your chest. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, bend your elbows, knees to the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, in. Inhale, up. Exhale, in. Inhale, up. Exhale, in. Hug behind your knees. Bring your nose towards your bent knees. Round your back and let your head and your shoulders rest on the floor. Take both knees and move them around in a circle. Go one way, then the other way. And do set the feet on the floor and get the feet out wide apart and the knees in. Well, let's get relaxation pose. So if you want to go deeper with your feet wide, knees resting inward, pick your hips up and push your hips down further between your heels. You'll have to readjust your shoulders and your head. You can let your arms rest out and get that nice stretch in your hips there. Feel the stretch in your knees. Let your back release on the floor and take a breath in. Point one knee towards the ceiling as you're pressing the opposite knee down. Go back and forth slow, extra slow. Breathe. And we're going to lift both knees back up. Walk the feet in together. Take the feet up off the floor and take both knees around in a circle in opposite directions. Go one way, then change the direction, going the opposite way around. Do it a couple of times each way before you change it. Yes, you may hear clunks and bumps. It may sound different than when you had the strap. And then let's be a happy baby. Rock yourself gently from side to side, grabbing the ankles, yoga pants behind your knees. Take the pillow, throw it out underneath your knees, and let your legs rest out over your pillows. Let your feet flop out. Let the palms of your hands turn up to the ceiling as those arms are resting out comfortably anywhere. Palms up. Be in any position that feels just right to you in Shavasana. Make it yours. You can be setting up. You could be in child's pose. You can be laying on your side or on your back. You can be hanging by your ankles like a bat. Once we've adjusted ourselves in the Shavasana pose of our choice, let's adjust ourselves, get a little wiggle, and then take a deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Now identify any discomfort, dis-ease, tension, emotions, dramas that need to leave. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Sip a little more breath in. Blow it hard out of the body. Let's try it again. Breathe into those areas. Gather them all up. Sip a little more breath in, gathering more. And then blow it out of your mouth. Let it go. Let the discomfort, let the dis-ease, let the thoughts, emotions, dramas, let them leave. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with Let's do the delicious sound. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with Try it again. Take a deep breath in. One more delicious sound. Notice the vibration left on your lips. Let that vibration, let it reverberate through the entire body. Imagining every cell of your body is able to open up. Let every cell of your body savor that delicious sensation. Find the sound of your own breath at the back of your throat. Hear the breath deepening. Notice the breath flowing like a gentle wave. Hear that breath, that wave growing louder and stronger as it flows deep down into the body. Let each breath soothe your body. Let each breath relax. Feel it release the whole mind. Bring your awareness to that tiny spot between your eyebrows. Allow that area to soften, to open. Notice that area between your eyes becoming spacious, allowing the forehead and the scalp to simply melt away. Allowing those waves of relaxation to flow deep into the face. The eyes soften. Notice the cheeks relax. Let your jaws unhinge. Notice the chin hangs heavy. As every fiber in your neck seems to soften and release. Notice the ears are melting further down. As you breathe deeply into the fronts of your hips, notice the backs of your hips have simply melted away. Allowing waves of relaxation to flow deep into your arms, soothing your hands as it flows to the fingers. As each breath expands your ribs just a bit more, notice that gentle breath. Feel it releasing each vertebra gently into the mat. Go ahead and breathe deeply into the fronts of your hips and allow the backs of your hips to gently melt away. Allowing waves of relaxation to cascade deeply into your thighs. Soothing your knees. Let it flow deep into your calves, down to each one of your feet. Following that flow from head to toe, fingertip to fingertip, skin to bone. Let each breath soothe your body. Let each breath feel it relax. Let it release the whole mind. as you start to bring yourself back. Come on back to the room. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your ankles. Wiggle your wrists. Take a nice deep breath in with an extra stretch. Bring yourself back to the body more fully, more completely. Only when you're ready, draw the knees up. Roll to the right if it's good. Roll to the left if it's better. Can't come off your inversion table. When you're ready, come to any seated position. You can sit with your legs crossed. You could sit in a chair. You can sit on your knees in hero's pose. We are going to end in angel breathing because I think everybody needs a little angel breath right now. So we're going to take our hands. Once you find a seat, any way you want. You don't make yourself sit up straight. We're letting our back kind of round. We're interlacing our hands and putting our knuckles underneath the chin. We're not lifting our head. We're not turning our neck. We're not going up and down with the neck. We're lifting our chest. And so the back lifts into a gentle back bend and our elbows lift out wide. Now, with an inhale, lift your elbows up, lift your heart. Exhale, fall with the breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fall with the breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale. And float it down. Inhale, up. Float down. Last time, up. Last time, float it down. Bring your hands together, thumbs against your heart. If you choose to Om tonight, close your eyes, invite a deep breath in. Namaste.